like Ben Shapiro and I forget the dude's name, but like Ben Shapiro did like a rap song.
Oh, he did call facts.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's
I
with
think I
Tom
do remember
McDonald.
that. Oh yeah, with Tom McDonald. Yeah, I think I saw that. I don't think I
Yeah,
heard the song though.
it's I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's pretty fire. Um,
Yo.
there were a lot of people though that had a they were commenting like, "Hey, like Ben like slowed himself down for the rap where he usually
Hmm.
talks really fast, and it's like, yo, he's like rapping slower than he talks."
Yeah, like he actually chilling right now. Like he not
Yeah,
doing his like
yeah.
he doing
Anyway,
good.
welcome to the show. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello,
Hey
Dashi.
Dash,
And
he
we
was
got the
good.
pineapple.
Pineapple gang in the building. You already know. It's wonderful. Yeah.
It's wonderful. Do you have a do you have an NFT of the pineapple where you like gave it like a voice and you do?
I do have a couple different NFTs of the pineapple. I would say the first one I did was with the Gale. So
Mhm.
we did a pineapple drop AR. You got certain ones that are 3D. I also have the pineapple gang collection too. I mean, we got some Halloween ones. We got some pineapple gang members with the pineapple chain and stuff like that. So yeah, got a lot of different little pineapple NFTs, and then the pineapple Omi coin too. You know what I mean? That's a throwback.
So what's the name? It's gonna sound so dirty. What do you call your pineapple?
What do I call it?
Yeah,
Man, I would just say it's.
it's okay.
Yeah.
We I had an idea that you just sparked in me. So I'm writing a comic. It'll be on VV later this year. I can't
Yo.
heckin' wait. Yeah,
Yo, amazing.
I'm very excited.
Yo.
Um, I so there's this one character that is kind of an inanimate object, but it has like AI in
Mhm.
it, and I feel like I'm giving too much away about it, but I feel like that's gonna be some of the people's like favorite character,
Yeah.
is because it's really fun, it's really cool. I would love to have like another thing like that with like a fruit, and maybe it has to have this thing where because fruit doesn't last that long, it goes bad
Yeah,
after like
don't.
a
Yeah,
week or
that's why when
something.
you said like, what do you name your pineapple? I'm like, they be going after a while, but I do give them names. Like even when my pineapples get like mad old and they like hella rotten, I'm like, "What's up, Grandpa? What's up?" You know what I mean? Like these are grandpas right here.
How old are you?
Me, I'm 28.
Because you probably never watched Cow and Chicken, did you?
Cow and chicken sounds a little familiar, but I don't. I might have watched it. You know what I mean?
It was on Cartoon Network in the 90s, and it was a they had like these little shorts that like you had the main Cow and Chicken show, but then you also had these shorts
Oh
called.
yeah, yeah. No, I watched Cow and Chicken.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
I
right. So
watched
you
that.
remember I Am Weasel and I Are Baboon, right?
Yeah, IR Baboon and all
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was one episode with like this banana that was all like bruised, and he was like the mayor banana, like the head banana, and he was like dying. Um,
Mhm.
you just reminded me of that when you called your pineapple grandpa.
Yeah. Yo, yeah, I probably got it from that show, man. I used to watch that back in the day.
Oh,
Like
that was so good.
Cartoon Network, yo, they used to have some good shows. Angry Beaver, Pinky and the Brain, you know what I mean? All those shows was good, yo.
Angry Beaver is like my favorite. I freaking love that show. I when I got Paramount a few years ago, I was gonna watch all the old cartoons, and Cat Dog's still pretty good.
Cat Dog too, man. Had that on VHS, yo. Used to be watching that all the time.
Oh, those orange VHSs.
Yeah, yeah. We used to have that.
Forgot about those. Yeah, let's take me back. Yeah, Cat Dog's pretty good. Rugrats is still pretty good. Angry
Yeah.
Beavers is like okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. Like it's like a good show to watch,
Yeah.
but it ain't
Uh,
that crazy.
Hey Arnold is like amazing. That's
Yeah,
like
that's a good show. Like that
that's
really
still good.
got some community, some real character, like definition in that.
Yeah.
I like Hey Arnold.
There's a I forget this lady's name on TikTok where she goes to all of these like old shows like that, and she decides to say like, do they get the pass? Can they say the N word? Of like all these like cartoon stuff of like My Little Pony. Like,
Yo, I gotta see that, man.
I have to find it and I'll send it to you after I find it. It's great.
Yo, that's
Um,
hilarious. Yo, people just be making content out of anything, yo.
uh, Speaking of content, you got Bobby Green saying like, "Remember back in the day, the music he would drop." Truly awesome. Thanks for bringing it back. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh, thank you, Bobby Green. Shout out to Bobby Green, man.
You had there was somebody that posted, I think like yesterday, about like he was like cruising around in like California or Arizona or something, like playing like your old beats. When new music?
Yo, look, man, that's all I gotta say. I've been on the mic. I've been going in. I got VV anthems ready. Like I got a whole bunch of VV anthems ready, man. And honestly, I think it's the time to drop some of them because
Yeah, what
I have a VV tape, bruh.
what when are you thinking about dropping? Because like VV is out now. Now
Yeah, VV
obviously
verse is out.
we got Stacker, we got that's coming out, we got the affiliate programs coming out, but is that what you'll do? Be like, okay, VV is out. Now here's like one song or two about the VV when Stacker, like, give us a hint. What are they about?
What are the songs about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yo, I got them in the cut, man. I got them in the cut.
So they in New York Comic Con last year, they had like a not like a rap battle, but they had people like singing, and they had our like Doctor Strange was there. I think Emoji was there. There was just a bunch of people that were doing it. I was like, bro, if you would have went, you would have won. Like you're
Bro, you know I would turn up, man. Like I did do a show last year in Florida. You know what I mean? And that was really one of my first performances back. You know what I mean? I did a couple. Hey, shout out to Bridget them Omi tokens, man. I feel like bass is really making some moves, man. I've been on bass, but you know what I mean? I performed last year in Florida. It was lit, man. And it really made me super excited to start performing again. So, you know what I mean? Once I started doing everything, hey, shout out OBL, man, in the building. Hey. So, you know what I mean? I definitely want to pull up to a VV, you know what I mean, event, start performing. Feeling wonderful, man. Let's
yeah.
go. But yeah, that's one of my dreams, man, to really just turn up to the album with the VV fam, really do it. And right now I'm grinding. Shout out to Bill Gardner too, man. Yo, all the fam in here, man. Yo, let's
Bro, there's so
go.
many I almost never have this many comments this early. I usually have to wait for people to get here. But
Hey, Dr. Strange, yo. Shout out Dr. Strange, man. That's my guy, yo.
yeah,
Alex
friggin'
Sim.
I love him. He's great. Got Zombie over here. He's
Hey, BB
J
Zombie,
Kill XRP.
J Kill XRP. That's my guy. OG, man.
Justin
Yo.
hasn't been on the channel in like years. He comes back for you.
Yo,
He comes back for you.
Justin. Yo. Yo. Good to see you, bro.
Anyway, let's continue on here. Yeah, so I still play Omi Millionaire and Immutable X, dude. And I know like we're on base now, but Immutable X goes so freaking hard. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Nah,
Um,
Mutable X really like that one hit different. That one hit different.
did
But Omi Millionaire, that
yeah,
song is in rotation all the time, man. All the time, yo. You on
love
the
that one.
intro, yo, you went in, man.
Appreciate it. Have you ever had anyone like come and tell you like the weird shit they were doing while listening to your music and be like, yo, I was just on the toilet the other day and I was listening.
Yeah, I think a couple times, like some dude was like, "Yeah, I be special for a girl to your shit." I'm like, well, all right, man, thank you. Yeah.
Have there's this famous Reddit post of this guy that he would say like my girl like broke up with me and I asked her why and she's just like you're really bad in bed and and he's like always thinking like, well, all my boys used to tell me to just like find the beat of a song and then boinker to that song. And then everyone's like, you got to post a link. Like, what song are you like boinking your gal to? And the clip of it, it just goes, and I was like, what? Like, it was the worst song to ever like boink to. And
Word.
yeah.
He probably said did the Harlem Shake song.
Oh, that was great.
Yo.
Anyway, on when you do these, so do you have one? You had one for Mutable X. Do you have one for base?
I don't have one for base, but I should make one for base. Pineapple Gang. I should make one for base because also, have you seen Flaunch?
No. What's Flaunch?
Flaunch is a platform on base where you can launch your own tokens, but it's called Flaunch because it's a fair launch. So let's say you're able to get in the first 30 minutes of that token dropping. Now, when you put that money in, it won't go to zero from that point. You know what I'm saying? If you get in that early. If you wait an
Oh,
hour and it starts going up and you put your money in, it could go down. It might not go necessarily to zero, but Flaunch is a fair launch platform that you could launch tokens on. Um, and that kind of got me looking at base a little bit more because I was seeing how not only can you launch the tokens, but you can set up basically like reward income streams from people trading it. Now that goes back to you, that can go back to the community. And there are things that you can do with it. I saw people doing creative things with their tokens. For example, one person created a platform where he used his token, and then you had to own a certain amount of tokens of a different coin in order to unlock the functionality of that website. You know what I mean?
oh, that is so cool.
So stuff like that, like I'm checking out so that I can start learning about base, seeing how fast it is too. Because the thing about Ethereum is that I love Ethereum. I love how it's going. I believe in the future of Ethereum, but when you go on Uniswap, it costs a lot. You're doing a $30 transaction. Now on base, you're doing a 0.001 cent transaction. You could do
Yeah,
it faster. You could do a lot more. You know what I mean? So I
yeah.
feel like base is good for Ethereum. I'm happy to see it. I'm still waiting on the Mutable X. You know what I mean? Like, yo, Mutable needs
I
to go up, man.
I think they're still in the top 100. Um, I know they dipped a bit, but they are number 79. All right, so yeah, they're still in the top 100. 65 cents. They were at like a couple dollars before. Yeah, 3 months ago they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah, it was
So
kind of getting up to like $2 ish.
yeah, they'll come back. They'll come back. I mean, they have so many people partnered with them that are just building on theirs. They're
Yeah,
super cheap.
Mutable was like next level, but I feel like it's the same thing with everything. It take time. Cow
Yeah,
and chicken, word.
we're never gonna
Um,
get to these comments.
hey, yo, Mr. MC1, yo. Um, yo, but Earth 2, man.
Yeah, that's so they have their Earth 2 version 1. Have you seen videos of that yet?
Yo, I actually got to check out the version 1 one. I saw all the last ones. I saw everything that they're doing. I know they're doing like the animals and stuff, doing
Yeah.
the platform launches where they're doing like certain like land launches. So
Yeah, they've had those sporadically for a while, or every like
yeah,
couple months, like a new piece of land will open.
yeah. So they open up to certain lands and stuff. But I feel like Earth 2 is about to be a lit one, man. I'm very
Yeah,
excited
I
about it.
want so much more of their token. I'm into so many other things. I still have my land over there. They have this. I don't know what to do. I haven't looked into it yet, but like on the app
Hmm.
where they just have like the app. Maybe it's work. Oh no, it'll always say like something went wrong.
Hmm.
And I can't even log into like the desktop version either because if I go and try to do that, same thing. Like it'll just say like something went wrong. It's like, damn,
Just
what I
on the
do?
app, just on the app of it.
The app and the
What about the
desktop
website?
version as well, like WW, Earth 2 IO.
All right, the website's still up. You know what I mean? Maybe they're doing some changes in the background right now.
Yeah, it's possible. But yeah, they have so many users, they have so many followers, and the fully diluted market cap is 14.3 million.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
and that's a fully diluted. Their market cap's like is like a fraction of that. So they don't show it on CoinGecko, but probably like a couple $1 million. And this
Wait,
could
what do you
easily.
mean? What do you mean?
So like we know they have a billion tokens as like max supply,
Yep.
and the total supply right now is 295 million, because not all of
Mm.
them are mined yet. A lot of them,
Oh,
like,
okay. So you got to mine tokens.
yeah. So we don't know what's in the circulating supply. We don't exactly know how many is burnt, because a lot of people spent it on the stuff that detects ether. I forget what that was called. And then they spent it on crafting jewels. They burnt a bunch of essence for like their brilliant jewels and all that. So there's a ton of stuff that was burnt, and we just don't know how many yet. They haven't given us those numbers. But the fully diluted market cap 14.3 is not the real market cap. The real market cap for the circulating supply is likely like a tenth of that. It's probably like $2 million.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
So
um,
it's still early. It's still super early.
this could 1,000x if that
Oh, for
metaverse narrative
sure.
hits. So you and OBL would probably know best, because you guys are all about like different metaverses. What's been like your favorite one so far that you've been able to go into? Is it something old school like Axie Decentraland,
Oh,
Sandbox?
I know, 100%. No hesitation. Spatial.
Okay, she loves spatial. Is why spatial? What do they have that's different?
Yo, spatial is literally what I feel like the metaverse is. You know what I mean? Because, or I would say this early metaverse,
Yeah,
because you can go into spatial, you can have your own avatar, you can have your own profile, you could create your own rooms. People can come to those rooms. You can have at least 50 people in there. You could
okay.
connect your NFT wallet. You can show off your NFTs on different blockchains. So you can show Ethereum, Solana. I think they might have Tezos and other stuff. So you could already have NFT functionality. Then you can make it so that NFTs are the token to certain rooms. Then
Oh,
yeah, and then also now they have like a token type of thing in spatial, but it's not necessarily a token. It's more of like a transaction currency for the platform. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
so
So no,
it's like their version of gems. Like you put in dollars and you get spatial dollars or something.
yeah, so it's like
Okay.
gems. You're able to cash it out, but now that creates the um creator economy, because now people can start selling skins, they can start selling dance moves, they
Yeah,
can sell cars, because you can code games in spatial now.
yeah.
People are driving around in cars and doing all type of stuff. So
So
it's
there
yeah.
is the games something that you have to be able, like you said before, hey, there's certain NFTs that can be token gated, or rooms that are token gated by certain NFTs. Do you have to have something in order to play those games? Does it have to be invite only?
Nah, and that's the thing about spatial too that I like. You can literally start a new browser, go to spatial, hop in a world without even having to create an account.
Oh, I like that
And
as well.
and I didn't even mention this. Not only can you go on the desktop, but you could also go on your phone and you could go on the Oculus.
Yeah.
Yo, did you ever check out that video I made when I was in the metaverse?
What was it called?
I think it's called like Metaverse. Hold on, let me see.
I might have.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I would say that video kind of like that's an early version of spatial too. Like I didn't even show the car stuff.
oh, was this like 2021?
Yeah, it was like 2021, 2022.
I probably saw it because I was
Oh
watching
yeah, yeah, Metaverse
everything.
Vlog 1. Yeah, Metaverse Vlog 1, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you had a couple of these, right?
Yeah, can I share my screen too?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure how, but I know if you do it, I'll be able to put it up here.
Share screen. Hold on, let me make sure I know. All right, bet. Let me share this real quick. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a concert in the VV verse, man. Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Well, real quick, before I get into the spatial stuff, I don't even really need to show that right now.
Yeah.
But I will say that VV does have the potential to be on that spatial level because of their partnership with Cavernous. and I was doing some research into cavernous, and it's just the same thing that Dan Crothers was saying. You're gonna be able to port it to Unreal Engine. You're gonna be able to port it to Unity. They already have coding things that you can do with cavernous. Then you could probably start having a whole bunch of different metaverse worlds. I saw this thing where they had car functionality. They was testing stuff in there. So I do think that, there could be a lot of good things that happen from where the VV verse is today to
Yeah.
where it's about to go. So, and I already know, like, this is the early versions. Shout out to everybody rocking with VV verse too, man.
So there's obviously, I remember years ago when like the newer like Star Trek movies came out with that dude that played like Steve Trevor from Wonder Woman. He was Kirk,
Hmm.
and at the end of the movie, my friend's brother got like all nerdy with it because he saw that the special effects of Star Trek was done by Lucas Arts, like George
Mm,
Lucas, and he's like, "Oh, that's great." He's like, if
yeah,
you want to go to like the best, if you want to have the best graphics and special effects, you got to go to the best.
yeah, it makes sense.
And in and I don't know exactly what type of partnership it is, but Epic Games has Cavernous listed as one of the people that like that helps them. So
Yeah,
I feel like they will whatever Epic's doing with Disney is probably going to be interoperable at some point. Like I feel like anything that's built by Cavernous, it would make poetic sense to have them all be interoperable.
yeah. I think, yeah, interoperability is key right now, and I feel like I even been noticing certain things with like Xbox and PlayStation where they're saying, we're gonna kind of just build for the gamers. Like now we could play certain games. Somebody could be on a PlayStation, somebody could be on the Xbox. That type of interoperability is crazy. So, and we already did see stuff in the past too with Sony and stuff about how Vivi could potentially be on the console in the future or something. I don't know, but we already do see that it's a downloadable app. So if
Yeah,
you download it onto your console and you're able to do stuff in it, I feel like that's definitely a possibility, especially with Epic Games and everything. So, yeah, this is
agreed.
good. This is good.
And my go, yes, if you have Omi on Stacker, you will. I did mine last week. I was in the beta testing for Stacker for their one click bridge. Do you have any Omi on the VV app?
Yeah, I have some Omi on the VV app.
All
Like,
right, you can now have a one click bridge and bring it right to Stacker. Have you used Stacker?
oh, one click bridge.
Yeah,
I haven't used it because I always like need to take time now because of the scams and stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Hey, pineapple gang. So I'm just like, I'm not saying Stacker is, but I just wanted to just like leave it where it's at. You know what I mean? Just
yeah,
not touch nothing or move anything until you know what I mean? Until I
yeah.
just,
So they have I don't know when, but eventually all of the future utility for Omi will be on base. So
yeah,
you would
yeah, I
need it
saw that.
in your like Stacker wallet.
Also, it's
Um,
better to have it in Stacker wallet. And if
yeah, I
I'm
mean, right
there,
now you still get it. The
mm,
those like the MCP points and the bronze tickets if you have it on the VV app, but at some point they'll say like, "Hey, we're no longer giving you that." If you'll still get those rewards if it's on the Stacker wallet,
okay.
and then they'll do it that way. But I don't know when that is. I don't think they've said. They might have clarity at some
Yo,
point. I mean,
Omi is flexible, man. Omi stay moving, yo. I can't lie, yo. Nah, but they making the right moves. I feel like base is a good place for Omi to be. Um,
yeah,
I'm hoping that base really gets into gaming more. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I've been seeing little hints of that. So I think if base gets into gaming more, then I think we're gonna see a lot more tokens and stuff, and people actually have utility with it. Right now I feel like people just want utility with these tokens. If it's a game or something that we could play real quick, you know what I mean? Like we need some.
there's there's these little games. There's this one project called Crappy Bird where every like 5 minutes there's like this new game,
Mhm,
and the only thing you do is you bet how fly the bird flies, or how high it flies until it craps,
mhm,
and depending on how high it flies will depend on how much of a bonus that you get. and you bet with the crappy token. So like it's super small. There's no
Yeah.
skill involved because it's just how high it flies.
Hmm.
Um,
But
but
yeah,
there's like
it's something though.
yeah. So and there's like a bunch of games like that are similar to it. So
Hmm.
I think that's how it'll start, and then
So it's kind of like the casino bet games.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's probably the best way for crypto to go because that's kind of everybody primary focus first. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Then kind of go into gaming or both at the same time. You know what I mean?
yeah. They've had I mean there's so much happening on base. What's your favorite meme token? Do you invest in those, or you're just like, nah, man, too many scams?
Nah, I like meme tokens. I would say my favorite, honestly, my favorite meme token is probably actually, I don't know. Hold up.
You can give me like top three. You don't have to give me
Yeah,
like
top three, I would say um I rock with Haycoin.
what's it called?
Haycoin.
Okay, I've no idea.
So Hay is the first token traded on Uniswap, created by the founder Hayden, right?
Oh, okay.
So it was just a test token. You know what I mean? But he was one of the first people that was doing that, and he created that token on Uniswap, very first token, right? Um, something happened, like he burned like most of the supply, so there's only like 4 tokens in circulation, but you could buy a little fraction of it, and the price of each coin is like 100,000. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But it went up to like 5 million per coin. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's an interesting one. I like that one because I feel like it's the
It,
reverse of a lot of the meme coins. Like you see a lot of these meme coins at like a super low price, but then you see like this token at like a super high price. Like you see it going 300,000, a million, 4 million, 5 million. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like I feel like it's different, So that's one of my favorite ones just because of like the lore. It's like relic tokens, kind of like a CryptoPunk vibe where it's like the first to do it. Um, other than that, I would say I rock with Pepe, you know what I mean? Pepe is
Yeah.
cool. Pepe is good. And then third one. I'll say Pineapple Gang coin. I ain't drop it yet, but when it drop, everybody
Oh,
better
you're
get
you're
that.
making one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a token one day. I'm gonna make
Okay.
a token probably doing a fair launch though. That's why I was saying like launch is a good platform because if you launch a token, at least you could do it a lot better than doing it on like Solana or something for right now.
Yeah, fun.
Until they come up with better tokenomics for the way that you launch the tokens. Word, yeah. Shout out to you, bro. Hey, Doctor Strange, yo. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, that's the goal of the album too, man. Just make music that feel good, sound good.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know what it mean, it's still like a good vibe.
Yeah. The so the memes that I've been, because obviously Omi's on base, so I've dealt a great deal into that. Crappy Bird actually sponsors the channel, so contract address down below. If you all want to check it out.
Hey, Crappy Bird.
Um, I feel like if you're gonna champion something like base, like Brett's the biggest meme coin on there.
Yeah, Brett.
It was like number 80. It was in the top 100. Now it's like 189. It's in almost in danger of being kicked out of top
Oh,
200.
I know about y'all Brettians. I know
Is that
about
what they
y'all
call it?
Brettians. Yeah, y'all be versing the Toshians.
So I really like the fact that at least they had a coin in the top 100, and maybe they'll do that again.
Yeah.
And I've heard people talk about Toshi, so maybe that happens. Um, one that I didn't expect myself to really champion is daCAT. Have you seen me post about that?
daCAT.
Yeah,
I
it
might have seen.
started
I
off
might
as
have seen.
Grumpy Cat
Oh
like a
yeah,
year and a
Grumpy
half.
Cat. Yeah, yeah. I see you talking about Grumpy Cat.
So it started as Grumpy Cat like a year and a half ago, and then like the original Grumpy Cat owner thinks that they own like all cats with dwarfism, and was just constantly giving us problems. I was like, all right, we'll just do a relaunch. Heck yourself. And
Oh, so a CTO.
yeah. So they did a relaunch. And then so I don't even have that much of the supply. I don't even think I have like 1%. But they they made a comic, like the community made a comic like a year ago, and it was a thing. Um, and then they're like, "Can you get it on Vivi for us?" And I was like, "No." Like I would, and they're like, "Oh, how do we like get on Vivi?" I was like, "If I write it, like I'll get it on Vivi." And they're like, "Okay, cool." And then in order to like kind of like get paid for it, they have to know like who do they pay. And I was
Mhm.
like, well, it's a community project. Nobody really owns it. The contracts are announced. So there's and the community decided like if they have to pay someone like Randy, just take the IP. And I was like, so I copyrighted it. I have the IP now, and it's going to be really awesome.
Hey, that's
I can't
amazing,
wait.
yo.
And I would love to have your pineapple called it in one of the future comics. The first one's already written, but the I'd love
Yo, of course, man. Yo, for you, bro, definitely, man. For you,
yeah,
definitely.
other stuff going out there as well. What other stuff outside of memes? What have you been investing in? Have you been? I know you're busy family man and you got other stuff going on, but what have you been taking a look at?
Yeah, I would say right now, doing my family stuff like constantly. So I'm just grinding all the time. Hey, shout out to you, dog boy in the building, pineapple gang in the chat. Yeah, everything been good, man. I just been focusing on grinding, working on my job, doing a lot of web design, doing a lot of AI, so I'm getting into like I do a lot of AI every day. Like, you know what I mean? So like that's my bread and butter. So when I
What's your
wake
work in AI?
huh?
Like, do you have conversations with it to talk about like quantum and theoretical physics? Do you help it write? Does it help you write lyrics? What's your work? Because it's a
Yeah, I
broad
don't really
field.
like I tried to use it for music a couple times. Like I feel like it can help. It definitely can help, but I don't know. I haven't really used it that much for music, but I would say the flow that I do it in is I do it for certain business um certain business things as business tools. So I could be using it for social media. So I'll have a certain AI that knows the brand voice. It knows certain information about the brand. So then as soon as I go interact with it, oh, I need to make a post about this, boom, the AI can, create something that's on brand vision. I also use AI to create coding. So I go talk to the AI, I could make a game, I could make a website, I make some like interactive media type stuff on people's websites now where I can do a lot more with the code. Then I also use it for generating images for websites. I'm doing like video backgrounds for websites and stuff like that. So like I'm really in my website bag, but it's a lot of skills that I'm learning to, even take crossover into my music and stuff like that.
Uh,
So now I want to be doing more AI music videos. Like I really have not been going in on myself as much as I need to because I have a lot of music. I have a lot of content that I just be making, but I haven't really put it out there. I haven't really, you know what I mean, like packaged it up. So I need to
yeah,
start doing that. But I'm learning every day, man. I'm using AI a lot.
I've been getting with the talking to it, and I use it for like the verbiage, like for fun. Just be like, hey, answer answer as if you were Vision from the MCU, or answer and it's fun to have those types of things. But
Yeah.
I've used it for like I'm for daCAT. We're making these shorts called daCAT Chibi,
Hmm.
and I've tried to go in and say like, hey, can you make me this image of this cat, and have them like bouncing on like the trampoline or doing like this, and it is, I suck at it. I I will never be good.
Well,
My
you can
only
be. Wait, keep going, keep going.
say my only option would be to hire someone that is good at it, to like and have me tell them what I want and have them go through Chat GPT, put it in there, and then put it into these like AI video makers, because I've tried and I fail so hard at it.
Yo, see, man, like the thing is, it is kind of hard because you have to know how to like style it. You kind of really got to have the vision for what it is so that you can like say it the right way. But the good thing about me, and which is why I really got into VV and all of this metaverse stuff, is that I'm a graphic designer too. So like I've been doing studying on graphics since I was a kid. So it's like when I started learning about interactive media and digital screens and digital signage, I started seeing how this Web3 world was going to look a while like early in like 2014,
Right.
because that's when I was first starting to learn about that stuff. And when it comes to using AI, you got to have a certain vision so you know how to say certain words to it. You know how to like also kind of like get certain base structures so that you could build from certain things. So like I love AI. I would say try Luma. I think if you use Luma, you will have a better experience. And the reason why I say that is because the workflow is a lot smoother, where you could go from one image to the next and create a video a lot faster. And you can also reference other images easily too.
Okay. I've tried Clips AI, Video AI, and I think one other thing or two other things, and they just. So I will try again.
Bro,
Um,
Luma is it, man.
okay.
Trust me. Like if you want to draw the cartoon, right? You could go online. Like we just talked about Angry Beaver. We talking about Cartoon Network. Talking about all these shows, right? You could take a screenshot from that show, put it in Luma, put a different image in of a cat. Be like, hey, I need this cat looking like this in the anime style. You know what I mean? Boom. It'll come up with 4 versions. You could be like, all right, I reference this, this, and this because this one kind of looks like it. Now create this more like this. Like you can have fun with it and flow with it
Yeah.
on Luma. So yeah, you're gonna have a good time with that, man.
So there's somebody that a guy named daCAT Studios that does that now. I'll write the scripts, I'll do the voice acting, and he does it. And it's the first episode was a little The second and third one I think are really good.
hmm
Um, but yeah, that my
So
goal is to have me get better at it.
so you're doing the episodes in AI?
Um, we are. I'm writing the script and I'm voice acting, and he's doing he makes the images, and then he
Mhm.
has these because these episodes are like 30 seconds,
Yeah.
so they're not like crazy like 5-minute
Yo, I
episodes.
gotta see this, man. I'm surprised I ain't see it yet.
So these are the comic is for that's going to be kind of like for teens and adults.
hmm
So we're like, cats are cute. Everyone should love, this type of thing. So we wanted to make something like for kids. And
hmm
and the first one is like definitely for kids. And the second and third episodes of it are also for kids, but it's just more entertaining. It's better done. Yeah, they're sure. I'll send them to you after
Yeah.
this.
All right, for
Um,
sure, yo. Yeah, cause like
but
even my kids, she would be loving Pete the cat, Pete the cat. You know what I mean? Like
oh
they
yeah, show
love
your kid.
cats.
My friend's kids like love this.
Yeah, my
Um,
kid loves cats, yo. She loves them.
cool. So on the AI stuff, I've seen people on TikTok go and say like, "Hey, let's AI like draw me a cat," and
hmm
they draw him a cat, and it goes like 30 images, and like, okay, draw me another cat, but make it look more like a cat, and like, okay, and then AI does it, and they keep going, but like, make it even more cat, make it as cat as any cat has ever been, and eventually, I've seen multiple people do this. Every single time it goes to like space, it goes to like galaxies, and this cat has like, why does that do that? Why does AI go and just automatically put things in space?
Mm. Well, I think AI probably does that because AI probably has a certain understanding of the universe. Because even with these quantum computers, I saw that they were even saying that there are different like levels of frequency that people are on. Like there's different universes. There's multiple universes. So AI, the smartest thing that we got on this planet, is talking about parallel universes and quantum, mechanics and stuff like that. So I do feel like space plays a big part in who we are.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron, Pineapple Gang. Yeah.
People asking if you drop Pokemon because that apparently is the only way I could get you back on the show
Yo, maybe. You never know.
one day.
You never know. One day,
Uh,
one day.
so yeah, have you seen the Willow chip from is it Google, Microsoft? And then I guess it did an equation that would have taken like multiple supercomputers like 30,000 years to do, and it did it in like 8 minutes or something.
Yeah, and
Uh,
they got it in a lab in like negative 100 degrees Celsius container.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, stuff like that. Cause also, I don't know if you saw the study where it was saying that these Harvard scientists or something found out how to do quantum internet where they can teleport the internet directly to another person or something. So
Like
when
in something that's found on the internet, and they can like via. How do they do that?
no, like I think it's more of like how fast the information can travel. So I think they could use already existing internet lines and then basically do it at like a super millisecond or something like that. They could get the information across that quick. So yeah, I was thinking like that's good for the metaverse. You know what I mean? Like you want that type of fast connection all the time, quantum internet. Like that's something that's gonna take the metaverse to the next level, you
Yeah.
know?
I forget what machine it was, what experiment it was. I feel like every week science like blows my mind, but it was two, like I think they were quantum machines, and one machine received the message that the other one sent before it sent it. Like it,
Mm,
and I was like, "Fucking what?"
yeah.
I had to like do a lap. I was like, "Bro, um,
That might be that quantum internet right there.
yeah, it might be the same thing that you're referencing."
Yo,
I
that's crazy. That's
it's like
crazy.
there's others that have you heard of these like brain organoids that scientists are
Nah.
using? So I guess the way it was explained to me is that brains see stuff in like analog, and AI sees stuff in like bits, like ones and zeros. And the analog can be faster sometimes if it recognizes a pattern. It doesn't have to read the bits of ones and zeros. It could just be like, oh, that's what it is.
Mhm.
So what these scientists did was they took these like brain organoids that are they tend to only last for about like they can last for like 12 or 18 months, but they're only really like useful for like 6 months, and they use them for like computers. They merge them with AI, and they can do they're like faster than quantum computers. And I was like, what the fuck?
Mm.
And but when they're not doing computing stuff, they put them in a simulation where they're like a butterfly, and they've shown like signs of consciousness, like that they believe that they are butterflies. And it's like, well, if these scientists are using these brain organoids to do computing, and when they're in their off time and they're sleeping, and they're making them think that they're butterflies in the simulation, I feel like we are likely that might be happening with us as well.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Because you gotta think about it like this. You said that the brain organoids, they're doing all this stuff, and then when they're not doing it, they're being butterflies. We're doing all
Yeah,
this stuff while we're awake, but then when we go to sleep, you know what I mean? That could be the real inner self time, you know. But life is duality, you know what I'm saying? You gotta wake up, you gotta live in your simulation, and if you want to break out of it, it's gonna take a lot of hard work. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take a
yeah.
lot of hard work.
I don't know. I like this game we call life. Life is good. Life
Yeah,
is. I don't know if I want to break out now. You
bro.
know,
That's why I listen to Neville Goddard. You ever heard of him?
what's his name? Neville.
Neville Goddard.
Okay, Goddard, like the
So
scientist.
yeah, it might be, but I
Okay.
know that he is a like philosopher type person. He talks about the Bible a lot and stuff like that. But he talks about how life is like a simulation, kind of. But he talks about how your faith and your belief, if you imagine yourself in a certain situation, you can manifest yourself being there. You know what I'm saying? So if you really put your energy on living in the end, living at that moment, certain things will start aligning for you to get there. You know what I mean? And I've done it a couple different times in my past about things that I really, really, really wanted. I've seen it happen in unbelievable ways. And I can even tell you a couple things too.
Yeah, give me an example.
So one of the things that Neville Goddard talks about in the book, right? Or like his speeches, he said he has this climb the ladder technique, right? So he's like, go to sleep and think to yourself, I will not climb a ladder. I will not climb a ladder. But then when you go to sleep, you start climbing a ladder in your dream, right? And then he says, if you do that, somebody's going to offer you to climb a ladder and you got to deny it, right? So I actually did it one night and, I was climbing a ladder and all that. Then a couple days later, I was on a Zoom call with my like church. And then they were like, oh, we gotta change the sign outside. We gotta change the sign outside. Somebody gotta climb the ladder. Somebody gotta climb the ladder. David, are you gonna climb the ladder? And I was like, yeah, we in a simulation. I was like, we in a simulation. But I be doing it like with a couple things, and it's not like it's just how strong your belief is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the better you get with it over time, the more you can manifest. Right now, I'm just manifesting my family being good, doing what I need to do for my fam. You know what I mean? Like that's the main thing.
There's definitely something to speaking things into existence, and it's almost like witchcraft, because like your
Yeah.
conscious mind, like you're inside your mind. If you think it's one thing, but if you say it and it's out there, I feel like that's why people burned women back in the day, calling them witches, because they were like saying something and then it happened. And I think that's what I think that's why like I have a lot of sports memorabilia around here. That's why there's such thing as home field advantage, because there's some type of magic about 30,000 people chanting like defense or like cheering someone on, and it's like there's got to be
For
there's got to be
sure.
something to it.
Yo, I'm glad you mentioned that too, because I always think this. I always think like, you ever see those videos of like, hey, what's up, potential human, yo? You ever see those videos of like the high school kids, they playing basketball, then the kid make the craziest shot. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like the energy of all of those people just like, you know what I mean, manifesting for a person to have like a great moment. You know what I mean? I feel
Mhm.
like when you get in those crowd and arenas and you all are on the same page for the most part, amazing things can happen. That's why I feel like sports is special because everybody's energy is kind of focused on the players and stuff like that. But I also do think that, that type of companionship, that type of like group mentality needs to be done in a way that's like super positive for the world. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like everybody come around, we start chanting good things. But yeah, sports is a good way to do that though. You know what I mean? Is at least one way to get everybody out and doing stuff together.
yeah. There's So when you were talking before about the climbing the ladder and stuff, it reminded me of, so there was this one time in a dream where I've only done this like twice in my entire life, where I actually realized I'm in a dream.
Hmm.
Um, the
Lucid
most recent
dreaming.
one, I was in like a McDonald's, and it was like I didn't know I was in a dream yet, but it was McDonald's like 2010, and then I was like, well, wait, I have 2024 money. I'm gonna buy all my friends, like all this time McDonald's, and I was like, wait a minute, this might be a dream. And I numbers always look fuzzy to me in dreams. So I was like, if I look at money, then I'm gonna know if I'm in a dream or not. So I go and I look at my money, and it's all fuzzy. And as soon as I did that, my friends that are all in the McDonald's with me, they look at me like I'm a freaking like monster, and they cannot get away fast enough. I was like, no, guys, no, we're gonna get McDonald's, and they run out, they drive away, and the dream goes beyond that. But I like a few days later, um, I'm staying at my boy's house, and I he's got these this is gonna sound so racist. He's got these like it's like he's got these like Mexicans, this Mexican crew that does like the yard work, and
Yeah.
they kind of look like me. So I went out to ask him if he like fed the dog or whatever. I was gonna feed him, and this like Mexican landscaping crew looks at me in the same way that my friends looked at me in my dream, like, what are you doing here? Like, you don't belong here. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back inside. And I ignored it until like a
Yeah.
week later, when I'm going out for a run and I come back from this run. I'm like walking because I was doing sprints, and this separate landscaping crew looks at me the same exact way that the first one did, and I'm like, guys, I ran home. I posted on TikTok. I was like, guys, I'm breaking the simulation. I don't know what's going on here.
Yo, that is true though. But the thing is, Neville Goddard talks about that too. He says, "Yo,
I gotta look
the
it up.
re-"
I gotta look this guy up. Sorry.
he said the reason why that happens in your dream is because he said the most important part of your day is when you're going to sleep. Because when you're going to sleep, you have to think about positive things. Because the moment that you fall asleep, your subconscious mind is open now to whatever you were last thinking about. So now think about you going to sleep crying, oh my God, oh my girl broke up. I mean, now you go in the dream is horrible, then that started manifesting in your life. But if you go to sleep dreaming like, yo, man, I'm having a successful day, yo, everything's working out for me, then you start seeing signs of that the next day. But sometimes it's hard to make that your last thought before going to sleep. So you got to practice it. But when you do that, it helps at least like get your subconscious mind on the right track on where you want it to go.
I So I don't know if I do this on purpose. Oh, I know I do it on purpose, but I don't know if I knew this or I was consciously doing it. So I have pretty psychedelic dreams, like in general. But when I have like a meal, especially like a greasy meal beforehand, it goes crazy. And I love having just like spaghetti with pepperoni and meatballs. I love having pizza. I love having these big meals before I go to bed because I have these crazy psychedelic dreams and they're like the greatest things ever. I know it's horrible
Dang,
for
that's
me and
good. Well, be
I'm gonna
careful
die
though.
young, but
Yeah, be careful with that. Yo, you don't want to be eating too much crazy stuff before you go to sleep, because then that's gonna be sitting in you too, breaking down. That's why they say you shouldn't eat after a certain time. You
yeah,
know what I mean? But
yeah.
yeah, if you dream lit though, like just tap into Neville Goddard. He talks about how to get into your subconscious. Just lay there, just think about certain things, and it take time. Like I be seeing angel numbers. Like one of the first apps that I made is an angel numbers app. You know what I mean?
No,
Where
what's angel numbers?
so you know how people see like 222, 333, 444, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I made that little website where people can type in 444, tells them what it means. They can even type in what they were doing when they saw it or what was on their mind when they saw it, so I could come up with a more detailed description for them. You know, we love to manifest. Then I also made an angel numbers game where you could kind of learn it. So you try to match 111 and 222, stuff like that, coded that. But angel numbers is another like superstitious thing too. So it's like I know them off bat. If I see 111, that means that my manifestation levels are high. I need to be careful about what I say because whatever I'm talking about right now is going to manifest. So it needs to be positive.
Okay.
222. If I see that, I know that I'm on the right track. Things are working out. I'm right where I need to be. 333. That means that you got to get on your grind. You got to focus on your creativity, on your purpose. 333 means focus on your purpose. 444. When I see that, I know it means your guardian angels are protecting you. So if you're going through a tough time or something, you see 444, you know that your angels around, they protecting you. 555, that means change is coming. You know what I mean? Change is coming through around that time. So be careful. 666, this one I be seeing sometimes, but whenever I see it, I know that it means like don't really focus on the material as much, focus on the spiritual. And it's funny because I always usually see 666 like if I'm about to make a purchase or if I'm about to spend some money I ain't want to spend, you know what I mean? I'll see that and I'm like, all right, I'll spend it because I'm not worried about the material. You know what I mean? 777, it just mean like I be forgetting what 777 mean. It mean like good luck or like, you know,
That would make
I mean,
sense. Yeah.
it's like good luck type of thing. 888, abundance, you know what I mean? Infinity.
Yeah.
999 means that you really about to like you're ending like a completion cycle. You know what I mean? Like you're near a completion cycle. And then 000, completion cycle, fresh start. You know what I mean? So seeing those things, I be seeing them all the time. Sometimes more than others, but I be seeing all types of signs though.
I don't know what that's called where you're like obsessed with numbers, but I also try to and it's not really, maybe it's from dreams or maybe it's from not, but every time I see like a random number, I'll always be like, hey, let me Google this. Let me see if it's like an element on the periodic table or like a Bible verse or like, and I don't know what there's no point in me doing it. Like it doesn't affect anything for business. I just do it, and yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like we should talk
yo.
more.
Yeah, yo, for sure, man. Yo, you need to use my app, yo. Yo, to be honest, I think I did just take it down because I just moved, man. The balcony is done, yo.
The balcony's done.
Yeah, the balcony is done, bruh.
You got to go on your roof now.
Yeah, I gotta go on the roof. Hey, I do got a Starlink in here though.
Oh, sweet.
I do got a Starlink. I ain't set it up though because I'm like I still don't really know how to set it up, but I got it.
There's
So
probably like a YouTube video for it or TikTok or something.
yeah, but like before I tried to set it up at the balcony spot and it was too much blockage. Like I didn't have any like clear view of the sky.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man,
Well,
yo, I gotta do my wave check real quick, man. I think it's that time.
wave check. What's wave check? Oh, get it.
Wave check.
My I never knew what that was until basic training, and this one guy Johnson would do that all the time. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's what that
wave
is.
check. Yep. Brush your hair every day, man.
Yeah, gotta. You got the brush?
Yeah, I got multiple brushes, man.
You
I
got.
don't I don't got them right here, but they in the bathroom, yo.
So on the sort of numbers, no, I had something to say about numbers. Completely forget what it was. Um, but you brought up Starlink. So there have been a number of crazy volatility in the markets today or of the past couple of weeks with Tesla, with Bitcoin, with tariffs, with all this stuff. Um, what do you make of all the volatility and how do you handle that? Do you go and just be like, well, if crypto goes down, goes super crazy and it gets nuked, I do other stuff for money, family will be fine? Or are you just like, oh, bro, if this don't work out, I'm kind of hecked?
Nah, man, I kind of been like with crypto, I just put some in, I be winning, I be losing. Like it's a little side thing. You know what I mean? My main
Yeah,
thing is focusing on the fam, doing all that stuff. You know what I mean? Um, but I would say that with this volatility, you know, I feel like, it's just one of those times where it's about to be a turning point. I
yeah.
think there's so many, we talk about black swan events all the time. I feel like we're gonna have some white swan events coming up soon. You know what I mean? Like we need the white swans pulling up, boom, dumping a trillion in Bitcoin. Saudis, where you at? Boom, dropping it, boom. You know what I mean? Good things can happen. So yeah, I see it, I laugh about it. I'm like, yo, this shit going down, yo. But it's like, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in the technology. I believe where everything is going. Even if something crazy did happen, it wouldn't stop me from believing in everything that's going on. So I already know that we early. I already know that it's still a good time.
Yeah, preach. Oh shoot, there's a game. Somebody make a game. Sorry, somebody just sent me a little like maze game.
Hey, that's in the VV verse.
Yeah, somebody just made it. I was like, oh, it's pretty dope.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, have people been linking up in there?
A few people have. I think actually OBL had a couple people in there not too long ago. It was either her or Mr. MC1. I've taken a look at a few of the video collabs that people have done, and they're pretty cool. I can't
Yeah,
wait to see what happens next. I don't think gaming should be too hard. Obviously, it's first iteration of VVverse, so that's not going to come out right away.
yeah.
But yeah, we'll get. I really want to gamble in there too. Like I want to go in and like if you like, other people brought up the idea like, oh, I wonder if we could race our cars for pink slips. I'm like, yo, that'd be awesome.
Yo, that was one of the early things that I think Dan or Reese said.
Yeah,
And look, you see Wilder World, they got their cars and stuff. You can race. So I feel like in VV you probably could do something like that. I mean, but that's gonna be risky though.
yeah.
I mean, you
Oh,
don't want to lose your car.
especially if you got like a low mint number, like, oh man, I didn't mean to race this one. No.
Yeah,
All right. So
yeah,
when are we going to see you at an event? Would you go to San Diego, or is like be like, nah, I got to stay on the East Coast and make it to New York City maybe?
yeah. I gotta make it to NYC. NYC is where I need to go, man. I used to stay going out to NYC every weekend, man. You know what I mean? Like, I need to get back in there.
Yeah, we got to get. So it's going to be. I'll send you the dates. October 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Although the 12th is really more of just like a hangover day because we're all recovering.
Yeah,
The 9th is going to be the VV party. The 10th is going to be Mr. MC1's gold logo party, and the 11th is going to be the Akomi secret rare, Akomi logo party.
nice. And this is October.
Yeah, yeah,
Yo, October. October is good. October is good.
yeah. Hopefully, our cryptos will have mooned by then, and they'll have gone
Yeah,
crazy.
look, it's still early. You know what I mean? It's early March. Remember what happened in March 2021. So I guess, okay, was that March or was
I
that
think.
May?
Oh, for when I became the millionaire.
Not for Vivi's first like 1 cent pump.
Oh, that I think that was January, February. It was super early.
It was early.
It was super early in 2021. Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's true. That's true. Yeah, we're in early March here.
yeah, early
Um,
March. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of good things can start happening around this time.
yeah.
I'm bullish. Like I'm happy, man. Pineapple game going up. Just doing my thing, yo.
Or there's so many of these coins. There was one where this like 10-year-old like rugged everyone. He made
Yeah,
some
Quant.
random coin, and then he rugged people for like 20K. It wasn't like that much, and then the community's just like, fuck this kid. Let's send it. And then they sent it to like this like multi-million-dollar market cap, and the kid would have had like $800,000 or something if he would have just kept it.
Dang.
It
See,
was-
man, you be rugging.
yeah, they made him cry. It was awesome.
Yeah, yo.
Oh yeah, AI is super hard, but yeah. So that's people like you are just going to be so like I don't know, fame. I mean, you'll be famous from your music, but you'll be in such a good position because you know how to
Yeah.
speak to AI.
Yeah. No, like trust me, today I was literally hey, shout out to Booth, man. Booth 777, yo. Yo, the thing about AI, like all day today, I was literally just coding a website, coding different parts. And like this was one of the best, most functional sites I created. And this was like one of the first times I was really coding this hard in it. So I'm like very excited about the things I can do with AI, not only like the images, but the video, like just coding in general. You know what I mean? Because I always wanted to know how to code. It was like always one of those things that I was like, yo, I'm a graphic designer, but like if I could code, I would just be on another level, you know?
Yeah,
And I took a coding class. It was very hard for me. Like coding is just like too much memory. So not saying that I can't learn it. I definitely can learn it. But now with AI, I can really code whatever I want easily, fast, efficiently. You know, like
I
yeah.
wonder if
Mhm.
there's I wonder if there's going to be a time where I mean, it's probably going to be like when we have like Neuralink and stuff like that. But I wonder if there's a time where we actually merge with it like fully and we're like cyborg. I mean, everyone has their phones on them like almost all the time anyway.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I would love to see when that actually happens when we're able to like think something. and then it happens like on our phone or happens on our TV, and we're like, I dream of genie, and then
Man, I think once we get to that point, we gonna have world peace. You feel me?
I
But I
hope so.
also, but because I feel like you have to have world peace to unleash something like that. Because if you don't, it's gonna be hectic. Because people got to control their minds. So you need everybody to be on a positive wavelength. If you start getting people going off track, and you got that type of technology, it could really like be destructive. But that's what they say about AI. But it's like Venom. You know what I mean?
Venom, like
And
from like,
Carnage.
yeah, oh yeah, Spider-Man, cool.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like Venom and Carnage, man. Yo, we was reading Carnage #1 in the comic shop, man. Shout out to Emoji, man, and the whole comic shop.
the Emoji has such great spaces. I remember going. I mean, I go every now and then anyway, just to listen. But I remember going on as a guest for. Have you read the Aliens vs Avengers comics that Vivi put out recently?
Nah, I haven't read it yet.
So it's going to be a 4 comic series, and 3 of them are out. I think the next one comes out in like May. But the first one is so good. The second one's good too. The third one's amazing, but the first one is so good. I I I cannot say enough good things about it. I have like 60.
Wow.
I have 60 copies. I was like, I need them all because it's only
Yeah,
a
nah, I need
thousand.
to
Like
read that.
yeah, the
That's only a
VV Comics
thousand.
stuff. Yeah, VV Comics, they only have like 1,000 of them because they come out like every Wednesday. So there's like
Yeah, that's
dozens that come
low.
out.
That's very low.
Yeah. Um, I mean, there's no
Yeah,
like
I gotta read
perseverance.
that. I gotta check that out, man.
I think you can get a common or uncommon for like $3 or $4 or something. So
Ye-
I would.
Yeah, that was my next question I was about to ask you too. Like, yo, what are you going for on VV nowadays? Like, what type of sets you getting? Like, what do you feel like indie artists, are consistent and doing things on there? Like, what you going for on VV right now?
Guess there's 2 ways to answer that. You could have like the stuff that you like, and then the stuff that you think will make you money, and sometimes those they can overlap.
Yeah,
Um, I there's
I'll say
one of
stuff
the.
like
Hmm?
yeah, stuff you like. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Stuff
okay.
you
So I
like.
like Gary Baseman has a. It was like if you got like 2 of his ultra rares on one drop, this one was like airdrop to you, and it's like a secret rare. It's about this girl that is walking through like a forest, and like her it's a memory. It's like a shrine to her like dead friend, and it's like head is like plastered on like a tree. It's really trippy and really weird, but that one's really cool. That type of artwork is it's very dark, and but it's also like
It's like
real.
fantastical too.
Yeah, I
It's,
like stuff that makes you feel like it's one thing to look at art and say like this is really beautiful, and there's a lot of that. But when something makes you like feel like, and you can look at it and people can interpret it 1,000 different ways, but I don't know. Like instantly, the story came to me. There was this girl that was, like a outlier of society, and she was an outcast, so she went to live with the creatures in the woods. And but it seems to me that she like I don't know, like humanity was like build encroaching on these people's or these creatures like spaces, and they died. And I'll send you the like the picture of it of what I'm talking about. It's
word.
cool. The other stuff that I like, so I collected most of the Marvel Mighties. Those are really,
I love
uh,
those.
yeah, I think those are cool. I still have 200 plus alligator Lokis, forever.
Word.
They're
Yeah, he was
mine.
going there with the alligator Lokis.
Yeah, and then other stuff that I like. I am purposely forcing myself to not put into a lot of that stuff because I whatever I like that I want to get, I will get after crypto goes up. So I'm keeping my expenses low, and I'm doing that. I mean, obviously every Marvel Mighty set I got to get a bunch of those.
Mhm.
Um, and then for a while I was doing the Tokidokis, but then I think at San Diego Comic Con last year I had every Tokidoki up to that point, but they had this digital thing where if you buy the physicals at New York at San Diego Comic Con, you get like these cards, and then the cards will determine if you get like a secret rare. So there's like the secret rare out there that's like $700. There's like 100 of them. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So that's hard. But I like those two. And Happy Tree
Word.
Friends.
Yeah, Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those too. Yeah, I like Tokidoki, like Marvel Mighties. I will also say I like the vehicles. You know what I mean? Maserati. I gotta get the Lambo and stuff like that. All these cars, like I definitely want to get some more of those. Um, yeah, just like all the OG stuff, all the OG Batmans. You know what I mean? Adventure Time, Back to the Future. Like, I
Mhm.
like all the OG stuff too, cause things have been different with Vivi, but I still want Vivi to succeed every day. I'm happy that they're making this move. I'm happy the Vivi verse is going. Um, I might have to dip out real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's end it here, and then let's talk off camera for like a minute, and then
Yeah.
we'll. All right, everyone say bye bye to Dashi, bye bye Dashi,
Peace
thank
out,
you.
Dashy.